Welcome back to Sunrise Spotlight. I am Terissa Aronson, and I'm here with Michelle Cavalcanti from Main Street Fort Pierce. It is a nonprofit group that concentrates on businesses in the downtown area. A longtime partner of the chamber. We love doing stuff with you guys, but let's tell everybody at home, Friday Fest, that's all them. So now they know exactly who you are.
Who to blame right now.
Well, that's true too. But please welcome Michelle Cavalcanti. It's nice to see you,
very much.
as always.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, we always we enjoy working together, organizations. We joked just a little while ago that we've been trying to actually sit down and look, here we are.
Yeah.
So obviously with the way the last few months have been, it's been challenging, and we're watching a lot of our downtown businesses really rise to the occasion.
Good.
As necessity being the mother of invention, we're so proud of how these businesses have really just been deeply thoughtful, considerate, worked together, and given their customers an opportunity to continue to participate with them at their comfort level.
Good.
So with that in mind, we have inched out to doing some events. We're being careful. We had our first pop-up Friday Fest in October, and during November.
What's a pop-up Friday Fest?
So we wanted to give people the understanding that we were doing things a little differently.
Okay.
So we did it as a smaller event. So we had the band, and we had some celebrity bartenders out there, and we had snacks and things like that, and a little bit of activity. We had FPUA come out and all their trucks, big American flag, which is always nice. Mm-hmm. This month, we'll have a different venue. We're popping up on 2nd Street, north of Avenue A, and then on Avenue A west of 2nd Street. So we're gonna do a little L shape.
You're doing an L shape, sort of around the King's Plant area, or the King's Landing, as they like to call it now.
Yes, a little bit further down, but sort of the idea of where Taco Dive, Florida Hemp Collective, Public House are. So still right there in the middle of everything, and we're going to continue to do that through December. We've started to work on some of these larger events. We're in the process of kind of figuring out how or exactly if we'll do the Christmas parade and what ways we'll handle. Yeah, that's the real difficulty right now, is figuring out what does this look like? How do we do it? And it's very easy to say well, just do it. But the truth is, we have to figure it out.
You do, and I always remind people, and I have an understanding with our partners that, and this share will show in November. It'll air in November, but we are still under a mask mandate, and that is a St. Lucie County mandate to wear masks in public places, with some exceptions for those that cannot do it.
Right.
But and kids of a certain age. However, we still are under that mandate, even though our governor has said you cannot assess fines or penalties for not wearing a mask. So I think there's some confusion amongst the public, but the reality is, in St. Lucie County, as of the taping of the show,
yes,
you are still supposed to wear your mask if you can't social distance.
Right, and we're focused on doing things outside for that very reason. We're being cautious, but I think also there's a real hunger for people to get outside and enjoy what we have. We're so lucky here. Think about other areas where the weather is about to become very uninviting.
Where winter is coming, as they say.
And for us, we're on the other side of that, where we're just getting that point where it's so nice outside. Yeah. So we're hoping people will participate in those things and enjoy what we've got to offer in there.
You guys do such a good job with that. I mean, first of all, Friday Fest is, it's a staple of Fort Pierce, and you guys do such a good job of really looking at what you can do for downtown with boat parades and Christmas parades and all that kind of great stuff.
We try to, when we see a need, we try to step in and partner. If there's someone else that's already doing something and doing a better job, if we can help it, we help with that, we will. But this has also given us the opportunity to find that silver lining, to expand and spread our wings a little bit. We do Coffee with the Mayor each month for Fort Pierce at the Fort Pierce Yacht Club, but obviously with this we weren't able to, so we dug in, got some virtual capabilities, limited, nothing like this.
I saw it last month though, there were people in person, it looked like at the Yacht Club.
No.
No? The mayor was in person with her guests, kind of like what we're doing.
Yes, exactly. Yes, that's exactly. That was at the Platts Backus house, which is where our office is and where Beanie Painted lived. But we're going to go back to in person in November. So we will be back. Yes, you're the first to hear it. Just confirmed.
There you go. So you're allowing the audience to come back in.
Yeah, we're gonna space out a little bit.
Yeah.
I think we try to be respectful of whatever our partners or whomever we're participating with is comfortable with. So we'll spread out a bit, but we are going to continue to hold the events virtually. Like we're going to be doing the reverse raffle on November 14th. That has been an anchor event for us every August usually.
Yes. Well, huge event.
Yeah. We're doing it virtually this year though. We've got an online auction set up. We've been cutting like video and we've got some pretty funny bits that'll be on the show.
Good.
So we're definitely taking the opportunity to spread our wings and do some new things, but it's still definitely room for improvement.
We're trying to all figure it out.
Yeah, there's always places to grow. But Jose Ruiz, he's the owner of Legit Barbershop downtown.
Oh, yeah.
So like all the guys know who that is. He and I started doing a show called Fort Pierce Vibes. It's a partnership between the Downtown Business Alliance and Main Street Fort Pierce as an opportunity to, one, just really quickly give you a shout out and understanding of what's happening that coming weekend. So it'll come out on Thursdays, and then you've got just a quick tidbit, 3 minutes, tells you exactly what you can do in downtown.
Good.
Then we're going to stretch out and talk to these different businesses, visit one each show, and get to know the person behind that business a little bit more. That's something that never would have happened in a different world, and honestly, it's pretty exciting.
It is. I've noticed that too because I do a lot of shows.
You do.
In studio. Yeah. I do a lot of shows. But now anybody can do a show with that stupid iPhone 212.
Yeah, I'm not. Yes, I saw it.
Yeah, you could do a full-scale HD movie.
You could. I'm not sure that all of us should. I'm not sure if I should be trying to do it, but hey.
I'm sure you guys do a great job. And Jose's he's fun.
He is fun, and he's got a whole different personality than I do, so it's a little bit of enjoyable back and forth.
Good. I'm gonna have to check it out. It's on Facebook, right?
It is. It's also on our YouTube channel, but absolutely check it out on Facebook, Fort Pierce Vibes.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I like that. Fort Pierce Main Street Fort Pierce. I always people say that all the time wrong, and then I correct them, but yet I said it today. I'm like, no, it's Main Street Fort Pierce. It is part of a larger organization of Main Streets. And then you guys have been award-winning Main Street many, many times.
We are. We're really proud of the projects we've been a part of. We were behind revitalizing the Sunrise Theater and building the Manatee Center, and most recently the Platts Backus house renovation. To be fair, most of those things happened. All those things happened before I was there, so I can't take any credit for it. But I work with a great group of people who.
And you've been there several years now, but yeah, we're talking.
I have, and more recently we do more and more events, and we continue on projects like the downtown fish fence. Anybody who knows Tickle Tummy Hill, you go over, you see all those brightly colored fish. That is a Main Street Fort Pierce public art project.
Yep.
We had a little bit of seed money from FPUA, and we've done what we can, have had additional donations, and it's been a great way for folks to participate. And we do have fish, so if anybody would like to paint a fish for the fish fence, say that 5 times fast.
I know, but they are mobile, because when the King's Landing project gets in, you're going to be able to move those fish. But Doris Tillman, the executive director, has been there, I don't know how many years.
She's in her 30th year.
Yeah.
She is a force of nature.
Yeah, still has so much energy.
Oh my gosh. She's amazing.
But and how long has Main Street Fort Pierce been in existence?
So I believe our charter was actually enacted in 1988. So that puts us in our 32nd or 33rd actual physical year.
And one of the very first things Doris worked on was the Sunrise Theater, revitalizing that and getting that, because it's important. And for people that don't understand, it's a business organization just like the Chamber is, but
except that we're a 501c3, so we can't act in the interest of an individual business. Now, what we can do is act for like a common cause. So so for example, through COVID, we started working, we kind of set our events aside and just went full bore into like just like you guys, here's how we can help the businesses, here's access to funding, here is a platform to let everybody know who's available, who's doing curbside pickup, who's doing order online.
Right.
And we watched a lot of them really quickly adapt too, which is fascinating.
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden everybody was online, which, you know, is good and bad, but that'll remain in the future. But you know, we're able to work with preservation, restoration. We can take on a project and sort of mold it to what we need it to be. We can work with public funds, we can work with private funds, but ultimately at the end of the day, we just want to be a good supporter of our downtown businesses and have people really understand what the value in a vibrant and growing downtown is.
Yeah. And Main Street's model throughout its, you know, the body of work is a concentrated area that you're working on. You're revitalizing and supporting a very concentrated area, almost always a downtown, you know, that is that really needs some infusion of economic stability or to keep maintaining that. What's interesting about our downtown in Fort Pierce is there's a lot of non-franchised businesses.
Absolutely.
And that's what I love about it, the ability for non-franchised businesses to go in there and take a leap of faith and do quite well. And we've seen sometimes maybe a chain or a franchise business come in and they actually don't seem to fare as well.
You know, we've got a couple downtown. It really depends on the type of business. For the most part, though, it's those individuals, though, that are really propelling it. Because, look, there is a certain amount of flexibility that's required in an area like that doesn't always lend itself to a purely corporate structure.
Right.
I mean, you have to be willing to ready to go. Yeah, everybody's got an idea.
Yes.
And there's a lot of value in the fact that most of the owners of these different establishments are on premises every day.
Yeah.
And that makes a huge difference because you've got decision makers there, and then you've also got the ability to put these plans into action
and participate in certain things, and that's what it takes really to get the downtown vibrant. Now, when I moved here 16 years ago, there was sort of a disconnect between Fort Pierce downtown and the residents of South County that understood it. I don't feel that they weren't willing to go, but they didn't understand what was available down there. And I feel like that has changed so much. I don't know anybody that doesn't hang out in downtown Fort Pierce anymore.
Well, I do think there's been a shift. I mean, I grew up in St. Lucie County between Fort Pierce and Port St. Lucie. And I can say that if you had told me when I was a teenager that our downtown would ever look the way it does, or that frankly I would spend my life's work would be being a part of that, I would have legitimately laughed at you. I wouldn't have believed it.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Well, you've been here longer than I, so
well, and you know, I think everybody feels that way in their hometown to some extent when they're younger. But I mean, genuinely, this area has grown and evolved. We've kept that character of like a unique small town feel. People still all know each other and reach out. I mean, you want to really see people mobilize, like have a hurricane, a storm come out, everybody's there to help their neighbor. But at the same time, we've been able to attract business investment that is interested in that kind of vibe, that kind of feel, that want to be a part of this. Projects like King's Landing, where there's a specific interest in a downtown, livable, walkable, workable area where, you know, people are shopping, people are dining, living. And
overnight stays. I mean, we're going to have all of it.
Exactly. We've got great fishing tournaments. And with having the water there, you know, and we welcome our friends from Port St. Lucie. We want you to come all the time. There's lots of folks that work in Fort Pierce who live in Port St. Lucie. And, that's where my family is. And I think that it's really great that countywide we're starting to understand that we're not just two separate cities. We are a county, and we have a lot to be proud of.
I do a little Chamber 101 for realtors when they first, license up here, and I like to do it at Kings Isle and some of the other places in Port St. Lucie because I think it's fun for them to go through it. But we do the whole, these are our people movers, the connections. We have a couple of east-west roadways and this is where our beach access is. You know, it's not in Port St. Lucie. You have to go to Fort Pierce, but we're all one. And sometimes people are very hesitant to get on that train, but I feel like it's happening more and more.
Yeah, I think anytime you've got an area that's been established one way for a long time, there's always going to be preconceived notions, but absolutely, come out any night in downtown Fort Pierce. There's something going on. There is live music, not just dining and drinking. I mean, there is activity, whether it's bingo, whether it's trivia, you know, whether it's just, I mean, we just have folks that show up and start playing music in the corners of the park sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a gorgeous library branch that's right there.
Right by the water.
I mean, it's beautiful. I know.
The library is like basically on the water.
Right, exactly. So we have great facilities, great opportunity for people to just come and enjoy themselves, have a picnic. I mean, we've got grass. There's places to sit and enjoy the breeze and
outside restaurants.
Absolutely.
I do want to make mention there's a lot of new businesses coming in there.
It really
check
is.
out the Galleria. There's a lot of great new businesses in there. A couple of girls are running a really interesting business up there.
Yeah, they absolutely are.
And we'll let our viewers go online and check that out. And because I don't want to describe it and then not do it justice, because it's a very niche market.
I think you're absolutely right. I think and there's a couple of businesses that are like that we're seeing that more and more downtown, where they really do. They know their audience and they know who they're talking to, and you know, frankly, those customers are responding. So
Good.
I mean, I think that's the important
The
thing.
Florida hemp collection is brand new, right
Yes.
across from Taco Dive, which is a long-time partner. I'm so excited about that. There's a lot of great stuff. The axe throwing place,
which is like the
Totally
thing.
fun.
I mean, now, I mean, he books up so quickly. You can usually get in during the week, but on the weekends, if you want to go to Hard Axe Lounge, you better book up.
Really?
Absolutely, and that's great though. I mean,
oh, it's awesome.
That's fantastic. We met a family that had come up from Miami, came from Miami to vacation in Fort Pierce over the weekend. Father and son made reservations to go to Hard Axe. Wife and the daughter made reservations at Sunrise Beauty Bar. They were out enjoying the restaurants. I think they were at Krabby's and going to Cobb's Landing for dessert.
Krabby's, the new Krabby's is awesome.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's literally, we can't go outside and do anything where we are right now. I mean, that's a change when you're seeing people coming to vacation here.
Yeah. It's
That's
awesome.
good. It's as good as it gets.
All right, well, let's tell people your website address, because you can go on there and check out all the events you got coming up.
Absolutely. So our web address is Main Street Fort Pierce, all spelled out, .org.
Yep.
And yes, we have a new website, and it's
Good for
great.
you.
You can purchase your tickets for
I was
all
just
of our
gonna
events.
say, reverse raffle. What are the tickets going for? How do you get them?
Okay, so they're $100 a ticket, which is, we kept all of our prices and structure as much the same as possible. So it used to be that $100 got 2 people admitted. You still had the chance to win the money. So you can win up to $2,000.
In a reverse raffle.
In a reverse raffle, which means that you want to be the last numbers not pulled.
Exactly.
They're pulling numbers. So that's a great opportunity. You can read more about it on the website. We've had golf tournaments. Again, you can come and get your team and foursome all taken care of there. We have a really active Facebook page. And Instagram that's growing. We're using our Instagram to now tell the history of the downtown area with some historic photos and kind of share through pictures.
Good. Very exciting stuff, Michelle, and we're gonna do a lunch and talk about how we can help, because we want to be able to do that.
I'll let you pay because it took some. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
I know, I feel terrible. Okay, very good. All right, well, thank you for being with us. Say hello to Doris.
I'll be happy to.
And I will get my ticket for reverse raffle. I need to do that.
Yes.
All right, I will make sure I do that. And thanks to, of course, Denise Smetana from I Think Financial for being with us today, our sponsor. We couldn't do it without our sponsors. I mean, that is really...
I learned a lot just listening.
Oh, you did? Good.
Yeah, I did. I think I need to talk to her.
They have some great rates on some things, just saying. You may want to talk to her. And of course, thanks to Bobby in the booth and everybody here in the studio. We appreciate it, St. Lucie County, for letting us use it. And till next time, everybody, have a great day.